God calls us to trust him in mundane, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, and practical aspects of life, even when circumstances get desperate. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, this is episode 1. Welcome to Soror Beauty Talk. It is based on the name. Soror is the Latin root of sister. You know, that's where sorority. I never went to a private college, so I never got the opportunity to be a part of a sorority. And this is nothing to mock or to disrespect the sororities. I 1,000% respect the beautiful women, the values, and everything. But this is a faith-based podcast. It started as a business originally in 2020. That's when we started to do the groundwork to make it legal, to capitalize the name, everything that we had to do, and the pandemic happened. I tried to find different ways to do it, but I felt a pulling on my spirit to do the inside work first. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's tangible to create a business, that's for women. But how how is my heart really postured for women, other than making money, other than to make a woman look good? How can you do the work when that's over, or when the glam day is over, or when you take your hair out, or when you take your wig off, or when none of those things matter? It's like, what else can you rely on? And my experience in my life, I can only depend on Christ, even when things are bad. After that, it's like, how do I keep pulling myself out of this? And the number one step is to understand, for me, I don't trust myself enough to run my life by myself. That's why I need Christ, and the goal of this is to explain that God isn't just boxed up in church or just boxed up into the Bible. These are things that he's given us to know him better, to worship him, to spend time with him. But we have to understand that God is everywhere. We always say he's the creator, but we fail to realize, okay, he created all of these things too, so there is opportunity to give him the glory for it. As members of his kingdom, we must also work in the practical everyday life. Even when trying to navigate womanhood, no matter where you are in your journey with him, we want to invite you to Soror. Beauty is more than just on the outside. God is interested in our inner beauty. Why do you think that he wants us to constantly work on our character, constantly work on our heart? Because something you do realize is a lot of things happen to you. A lot. Whether you invited them, whether you did something, whether you didn't do anything. So many things are going to happen to you in this life, good and bad. That's why God is constantly he's trying to work on your heart, and a lot of times it's more so of us surrendering, and it's not just the things that were taught to us, it's also what can we do to contribute to his kingdom, and not just when we're doing good things, and what I mean by that is sharing your experiences too. Only a woman can tell you how to do women life. Only a woman mistakes can help you figure out, okay, do I want to do that or do I not want to do that? Or should I do it like this or should I not do it like that? Everything comes from a woman, and that nudge, that pull that you get when you have information about something, you know, relating to a woman, you want to say something. And that is actually, it's actually from God to share things with a younger woman, or to share things with the older woman. You know, it's our call to share with a woman comes from God himself, you know. And I apologize in advance already because I got to keep looking at this book. But these are some of the notes that I wrote down. This is the first episode, so I'm just coming to y'all raw, you know. But this is a quote that I read earlier today, and I wanted to share with you guys. God calls us to trust him in the mundane, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, mundane and practical aspects of life, even when circumstances get desperate. Isaiah 44, meaning that all you have to do is walk in the path in front of you, seeking the Lord at each turn. All around you, the Spirit of God is at work in mysterious ways, you know. And as women, we think that the experiences that we are having are only for us, you know, when it's bad, when it's good, when it's hard. And sometimes those pep talks from women is what you need. And sometimes you even thank God, because you be like, dang, like, God, I know that was you that sent me those words of encouragement, you know, through this mess. You know, and the practical part of it too is just being a woman. How do you do it? You know, there's no blueprint. All there is experiences, you know. And our goal is to give God glory, you know, and to work on his kingdom, you know, and bring great things to his kingdom. Not perfect things, you know. God can work with great heart posture, you know. And that's all that I want to say. You know, I'll get deeper and deeper into it. And again, like I said, this is a faith-based girl talk podcast that talks about the practical, the supernatural, and God's grace. You know, it's the ghettoest place is womanhood, you know, because if given the opportunity to become a woman, over, you know, with your age, it feels like there's no stop sign, you know, because when you get to different heights, it's kind of like, okay, I'm here, thank you, God. But you got a whole new level of responsibility, you know. And I'm really learning what responsibility looks like. Sometimes it's not just tangible things, it's a heart posture, you know. And each level requires a new turn, you know. And I'm not gonna say new turn, but it requires you to pivot, you know. And that is when you're in the season of either God pruning you or God planting you, you know. And how do I get through this? You know, I didn't get enough at church today, you know. And that is okay, because it should not stop there. It should not stop when you walk out of church on Sunday. What if you don't even go, you know, because of whatever reasons, work, whatever. That's not it, you know. And I want to invite you to a relationship with Christ, and a relationship and fellowship with Christ-like women, you know, and men. You know, that's what I want for you. I want the best version of you for you. And the only person I can give that to you is God. But that is it for this episode. I do want to thank you guys so much for watching me. But I want you guys to come on this journey with me. I can't do womanhood by myself. You know, I've been blessed with so many women in my life that I didn't choose. You know, I'm not a person that watches things and be like, I'm stealing that. I'm a person that watches things and get influenced, and I ask you questions. How do you do that? Or what would you recommend I can do to get to that? Or what can, because I understand somebody needs to know that. And that somebody may be me. That somebody may be my little sisters, my big sister, my mother, my grandmother, my daughter, and my future daughter. You know, I pray to be a mother, a great mother at that. But you're not supposed to do it alone. You know, and your first partner is God. Because that person, that's not even a person. He's bigger than a person. But he knows exactly how you feel. He knows exactly what you need. And he knows exactly what you don't need. You know, but heart posture. And this is just the first episode of just getting to know what we're going to be doing here. And I hope to see you guys. I hope to interview one of you guys one day. And what I mean by interview is just talk to you. I don't want to ask you and pick you apart. I do want to ask you some questions that I'm interested to know about, you know, your journey and your womanhood, if you're open to it. But yeah, this is it. You know, this is gonna be a place of learning, you know, and sometimes to drop it off. Welcome to Soror Beauty Talk podcast, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, and thank you so much for watching.